In this video, we're going to solve a ratio problem involving cost. It says Anaya buys a van for £3,000. They pay the deposit for the van and then pay the rest of the cost in 6 equal payments of £450. Work out the ratio of the deposit paid to the total cost of the van. Give your answer in its simplest form. So when we're paying for the van, we pay some upfront costs, some costs straight away for the van, which is the deposit. And then you pay for the rest of the cost. So we pay some upfront payment, the deposit, and then we pay the remainder of the cost later on in these 6 equal payments. So we're told the rest of the cost is 6 equal payments of £450. So the rest of the cost is going to be 6 lots of £450. And if I just use my calculator for that, I get £2,700. And we said the rest was a deposit that you paid straight away. So if the total cost was £3,000, we just do £3,000 subtract the £2,700, and that is equal to £300. Now it says the ratio we want is of the deposit paid to the total cost of the van. Now remember, we write a ratio with a colon in the middle. And it says the first number we want is the deposit paid. And it says the second number in the ratio is the total cost of the van, which we already know is £3,000. So let's just put those numbers into the ratio. The deposit we worked out was £300. And the total cost of the van was £3,000. Now, if we have the same unit on both sides of the ratio, we can just ignore those units. So we can just put 300 to 3,000 like that. And then we need to simplify the ratio. We simplify ratios in the same way we simplify fractions. So we can divide these numbers by the same thing to try and gradually get those numbers smaller. Now, I can see both of these numbers have a common factor of 100. So I'm going to divide them both by 100 to simplify this ratio. And that just becomes 3. And the second number just becomes 30. Now, do they still have common factors? Yes, they both have a factor of 3. So I can divide them both by 3. And that becomes 1 to 10. And what that means is for every £1 of deposit, we have £10 of total cost. So in other words, the total cost is 10 times bigger than the deposit. That's what that ratio means.